Hey, I'm back. My phone should be at 100%. Excusez-moi. Let's see if I can get this phone on Spirit Box, too. Here we go. I just changed things up because somebody said that they could not hear me. Another person said that there's a lot of lag. Hey, Veronica, how are you, babe? How have you been? Yeah, I'm typing on the computer. I switched from the laptop to the iPhone because Yang said that I kept freezing up, and we were having a conversation about how I'm doing and how she's doing, and I just thought maybe if I just jumped on the phone, since my phone was at 100%, I would just do the live from the phone. And then I'm talking to a friend of mine on Second Life, who told me I need to write. Okay, so I need to write I need to write my U.S. representative, my senator, and contact the State Department. She said, not sure they'll release any information, but that is where I should start. I'm on late tonight because I've had to get my act together because I found out that a longtime friend of mine is a political prisoner of war in Russia right now. And I'm beside myself with it. So I haven't been able to work all day. So I thought, well, my dad's going to bed. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to bed because if I try to go to bed, I'm just going to toss and turn. So I'm just going to get online, see if anybody needed help with anything. It would make me feel better to hang out anyways with somebody until I can kind of wind down from all this. And the spirit box has been saying his name all week. Then when I first heard it a couple days ago when a certain political elected representative, okay, did a smear campaign of one of the prisoners, saying that if he was elected, that another specific bendejo would release a specific journalist that we all talk about when we talk about this situation. If he was elected, that the moment that he was elected, that particular journalist would be released to U.S. custody, and I could not believe this story, right? But then I start listening throughout the day as the TV starts going on, and then World News came on, and CNN, and everybody was like interviewing the journalist's dad to ask him what he thought about that, and the journalist's dad said, it's not just about his son. that it's also about the other prisoners of war and all the other people too that are involved with them. And then the first name he said was my friend's name. And my heart sunk. And I was like, oh my God, there's only one person with that name in the whole wide world that would be there that this would happen to. And I was in complete denial until early this morning. I was in complete denial for a couple of days, and I did not feel good those couple of days. I could hardly get out of bed. My head hurt. It's like I was having an outer body experience. It is overcome the grief. Hey Tiffany, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back to the Chammy. So I went ahead and I went over to some of this. Like I finally realized, okay, this is why he's not responding to me. This is why he's been rude to me, because it's not him, it's somebody else who maybe has taken over his phone or maybe had his accounts or something like that. Because as many times as I tried to contact him, nothing. And I felt so bad because he called me and I wasn't able to answer the phone because I was trying to give the dogs a bath. And this is like at a time when my dad was on chemo. The computer glitched. But yeah, I just can't believe it, Veronica. I'm just like, I just can't believe it. I'm not really sure where to go, but this lady said I should write my U.S. representative, my senator, or contact the State Department. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that this week. And also try to contact his mom. See if there's anything I can do to help. I switched from computer to the iPhone because I was talking to Yang and she said it kept cutting out. Some guy said that to you? That's terrible. Yeah, well, I can't afford to lose time. I've got to work and I'm not making any money at the call center anymore, so I rely on YouTube. But I'm gonna try to apply for another call center and see how that goes. My mentor seems to be doing pretty good at the call center she's at now. I might try to apply for that job again, even though they told me I was too much competition last time I applied. Said you weren't human. Oh my God. Wow. I'm sorry that they did that. I'm so sorry you had a rough day from work. I know the feeling. It's just been one of them days. It's like there's been a dimensional shift. Okay, that was me. I accidentally hit the thing that the REMpod's on. That's not a spirit. Yeah, it's like there's been a dimensional shift. I don't know if y'all felt it or not, but Spade. Oh fuck, is it almost Mercury retrograde again? I wish you the best too, Rogue, and you too, Veronica. My state representative. Okay, so let me look those names up right now while I'm sitting here. I mean, do I look up my state representative or do I look up his state representative? I don't know. I'm in Georgia. Georgia State Representative for Fulton County, Georgia. Okay, so I have to write her. Have you guys ever been through this or know anyone who's ever been through this? If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Well, I think the cosmic fucking of Mercury retrograde is that it makes everything kind of haywire and crazy, but you know, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. So if you just give no meaning to it, like it doesn't affect me kind of thing. You know, who cares what they say? Do you? It'll be fucking awesome, I promise. This is just me talking from experience. I hear that the Mercury retrograde mostly involves affecting Geminis. Gemini energy, Gemini people in the Gemini in the chart. Thank God I only have a dash of it. Streamed for 6 hours. Wow, I cried for 6 hours. Oh, that's awesome, though. Okay, so U.S. Department of State in Georgia. Countries and areas. I guess I need to click Russia, huh? So my friend was on an episode of Anthony Bourdain's. That show that Anthony Bourdain did before he passed away. He was on an episode of that, and him and Anthony talked about how you know, they just joked about how the Kremlin was listening. God, I hate even saying that name. But you know, and my friend is like a political activist in the fact that he, you know, was very clear that he felt like Russia did not have freedom of speech, any kind of freedom, really. So, of course, he was a target. You know what? I didn't. I, in fact, Last night before I went to bed, I told myself I wasn't going to do this. I told myself I'm just going to not look at the news. And then when I just had to know if it was him or not, I looked and I realized, and I saw his face and I was like, oh, fuck. And, you know, Etsy hasn't really existed for me today. So thank you for reminding me. That will give me something to do to take my mind off of it in the morning. Thank you, Tiffany. I completely forgot about that because, see, what happened is last night before I went to bed, I just went to just make sure it wasn't him. And then when I found out it was Travis, I just kind of fucking lost my mind. First stage of grief, I guess I was already going through it because I heard his name on World News, so I thought, this isn't happening. And then I realized it was happening this morning, Saturday morning, after we got off the live, and I've just been crying all day and trying to figure out what I can do to help him and try to educate myself about what's going on and how I can help him. I can't write a letter because I'm here. They don't accept letters from the United States, so I started doing research on which countries will accept letters so I could talk to friends in those places to try to get a letter to him. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to look on White Pages for his mom. I know it's so stupid, isn't it? Like, I should have probably just gone to her today, but I was just too much in grief. Okay? I have a puppy in my shirt. So, current traveler advisories, level 4, do not travel. If you guys know any way to help, let me know. I've never been through anything like this, and I don't know anyone who has been. You know, except for the people I've seen who've been talking about the journalist. But that was so nice of the journalist dad to say, it's not just about his son. It's about Travis Leak. It's about all the other people too and their families and friends. I was just like, I mean, this is a person who helped me be a better version of myself too. I mean, this is a person I watched and helped be a better version of themselves as well. And he fought way too hard and sacrificed so much to come back from the fucking to be or have ever had done anything like what he's being accused of. He doesn't even know what he's been accused of. That's what's sad. He doesn't even know what's happening. Okay, so I've got the Department of State. Not much information there. So it looks like I could get him a letter via Cyprus and Portugal, but I'm waiting for news back from people from both those countries to tell me if it's true what I read on Google about being able to get a letter. I'm not 100% sure what facility he's in. Maybe his mom will know. But he did tell his mom that, during his incarceration in the beginning, he was moved around from different facilities. He was back and forth between 11 different cells and at least 3 different facilities. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows where he's at? He's probably in Moscow. I mean, I would assume that he would be in Moscow. he hasn't even had a trial. Like, he's just been in a detention center, or at least that's what they're saying. I mean, that he's just in some kind of detention. But who knows? That could have changed by now. They're not letting any news out. So my friend Dawn said that if I talk to a state representative, contact State Department, talk to a U.S. Senator or U.S. Representative, I might be able to get some information or help. I'd love to send a letter, but how do you send a letter to a person you don't even know where to begin? You know, first I'm going to have to write the letter in Russian. Second, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get the letter to him, but I don't even know where he is, so I have to try to figure out where he is too. Now on Quora, it said, earlier today I went to Quora, and it said that you can get a letter to an inmate even if you don't have their inmate number. But the problem is that, you know, it's not so much sitting down and writing a letter in Russian. There's plenty of programs that'll help me do that or teach me how to do that, and I can do it quick. It's getting someone to deliver the letter. A country, you know, where you can actually send a letter into Russia, you know, and then that's not even saying he's going to get it. He might not even get it. Well, I wish I had knowledge about it too, honey, so maybe we'll learn something about it together. But, my dad says the reason, a lot of people are like, oh, we would have rather traded Travis than the basketball girl. But my dad says they didn't trade Travis because he's worth more to the Kremlin, because he's a U.S. paratrooper, and he's an English teacher and a famous rock star. So let's see, U.S. representative. So yeah, I came by, see if anybody needed help with anything, say hi, see if anybody needed a reading or grief counseling session. Looks like I'm really the one that needs a grief counseling session now. Sorry about that, guys and gals. But most importantly, to talk to the spirit box and to not be alone, because the spirit box has said his name several times in the last week. Are there any spirits there that can tell me anything about Travis? Can anybody tell me anything about Travis Leak? Yeah, and I really think that I'm gonna manifest something here, and but I'm gonna make it happen. There's got to be a way to manifest exactly what I want. So now there's something called Moscow's General Jurisdiction Court. So maybe if I Google that, I can find some information about his case. He didn't have a lawyer. So I need to find out why if he has a lawyer, I need to try to contact his mom. She could probably use a lot of support or help or something. I mean, hey Angela, how are you? We're okay, we're hanging in there. Thanks for asking, sweetheart. So when I go to Moscow's General Jurisdiction Courts, I get nothing. It's just nothing, it won't load. But that's probably also because it's Russia. a lot of the websites I went to try to find out what detention center or prison he's in Russia, I could not. I could not. I could not use the website because it's blocked. How are you doing, Angela? Randomly now wherever you think of certain people are. Yeah, I do that all the time. I do that all the time, Veronica. Oh God, my knee hurts so bad. I can't seem to get the song, Madonna's song, Crazy For You out of my head the last couple of days. Like, when I've had to pull away from the situation, this painful situation about my friend, I just like start thinking about my specific person, and I roller skating to Madonna's Crazy. It does make me feel better. So he better come and take me roller skating soon, even if I'm on crutches. All right, let's see if we can find Travis's mom on White Pages. No, I don't want People Finder. I want White Pages. People Finder is lame. It doesn't work. That's right, and he's a Libra. Fuck. So my friend is a Libra who is in prison in Russia. So I'm gonna make some t-shirts up. I'm gonna get my shop for YouTube up and running and make sure YouTube makes it work. And I'm gonna make some t-shirts that say free with his name on it. And I'm just gonna start this whole thing about freeing him. He does not deserve what's happening. It's ridiculous. This fucking is gonna stop. Heads are gonna roll, and the whole world's gonna change. It's gonna come to a halt, but a good halt. Last time I was in a pickle like this, you know, because I'm one of those people that I manifest their chaotic disorder. It worked. So I think that I'll see some kind of change over the next month. I don't know that he'll be home, but at least there'll be some interaction or communication. Okay, let's just see. Maybe his mom's name is Stacy. They didn't say what his mom's name was in the interview that I put on Instagram. Unfortunately, one of the news outlets gave some misinformation about him. But I don't think at this point it matters. I think what matters is that we find out if he's even alive. Or if we can communicate with him, you know. Let me see if I can find his band on YouTube and I'll share his band. Yeah, see, I can't get into the judicial law system for Russia. Fuck. How can you help? I guess just be emotionally supportive and try to help me Google information. Help me Google and do research for information on this kind of stuff. Like what can I do? I mean, I'm so tired. I just gotten to the point where I've started my research tonight. But maybe if we put 3 heads together instead of 1, we can figure out who it is that I need to write. We can figure out, to try to get information. We can try to figure out how to get together a campaign to help raise awareness about freeing him, so that the public can get to know him a little bit better than just what, assholes who don't even know him are saying in comments. Like, I mean, there were some pretty funny comments though that were positive, where people were like, "This guy's so punk rock. We'd much rather trade him than the basketball player." But he doesn't even have a real lawyer, I don't think. At least the last time I checked, when he was in court, it was just somebody who, you're assigned to them because they work in the system and you don't have either money for a lawyer or you don't have a lawyer available to you. Which tells me something. I mean, for them to accuse him of what they've accused him for, no way. Had he been doing what they accused him of, he would have had his own home, he would have had security, he would have had a car, he would have had all these things that people who do what he said he did have, okay, and comfort in life, instead of, "Hey Chloe, I don't have an air conditioner, I don't have toilet paper, this sucks, it's so hot, but fucking rock and roll is awesome." And like it wouldn't, like this, if he was doing what they said he was doing, there's no way. I mean, the guy lives in a little apartment. He just lives in a little fucking apartment like I do. I mean, he didn't even have a fucking car, probably. I just know he had no air conditioner or toilet paper most of the time, so, I mean, I don't understand how they can say what they said about him. It's just unreal. It's not real. That's what I just keep saying. It's not real. Yeah, his name is Travis Lee, yeah. Yeah, he's been detained, yeah. Let me see if I can find this band at least. So I think that the best thing I could do right now would be to just probably get some rest and pull myself together through rest, and then not worry too much about it all not working out, and then only focusing on it working out. Yes, ma'am, that's the name of his band. Yep. Yeah. I follow him. I have for a while. It's just so fledged up that at the end of the day, this is happening. I just can't. I told him I would often be like, "Hey, are you okay?" Through the first year. He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm home. Everything's fine. I'm fine." But I knew. One day I had messaged him And I got this very rude message that said, "Oh, are you worried about your precious friend now?" He would never talk to me like that. It was very fucked up. Spirit, would you like to say something to me? So who can I write to ask about the well-being of family or friend in prison in Russia? This is so fucking mind-blowing, unbelievable shit. There really isn't anything, is there? Jesus. Okay, who do I write about a friend detained in Russia? I haven't tried too much on Facebook yet. I found, a page I could follow. But since I didn't run too much on Facebook, there's not too much on Facebook on that particular account. And I didn't look to see if any leaks followed him on the Instagram. He's always been an adult, so I didn't really know his parents, or nor did we ever talk about them. And he's a lot older than I am. But, you spend every day and hours and hours and hours with somebody. Age doesn't matter. You become friends. And this is like not a boyfriend or anything, okay? This is a good friend. Probably someone who means something more to me than some boyfriend I've had. I know that sounds so stupid, but my roommate and I both friends with him for years. Me more so, though. I've been more close to him than my roommate. I'm gonna go put him on the couch. So I'm hearing that there are multiple upon multiple places that they would take somebody in his situation. I need to like make a game plan. I need to make a game plan, like schedule every day out now from now on, and that way I'm focused and working a little bit of my time every day on it to find out where he is, find out if he's okay, find out if I can write him a hope letter, find out what people are doing or what they're doing to even try to bring him home. Yeah, probably his page is private. And maybe the only reason that I can see his page is because we've been friends for years. I wonder if they have any like human rights groups that I could reach out to as well. I'm probably saying this right, but it was Evan Gershkovich, his father, Mikhail, who said, you know, it's not just about his son, it's about Travis Leak. And then named all the other people, too. And see, the thing that's sad about Travis is that, like, he's not like all the other guys that they're talking about who have wives and kids. Like, he doesn't have that. He just has music and his band and his friends and his mom. I guess his mom. Two. What are you saying, Spirit? So Russian prisons consist of 4 types of facilities. Yeah, and I went there and I can't access anything. It's like you can't access anything. I mean, there's stuff there, but so here's something, information for U.S. citizens in Russia that's at the state.gov website. If you need to contact someone who's detained in Russia, the best course of action is to reach the U.S. Embassy of Consulate in Russia. They can assist by providing a list of local attorneys. Oh, wow. So I do need that's what I thought. I need the U.S. Embassy Consulate of Russia. Fuck. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. So I'm at the U.S. Embassy and consulates in Russia, but do I contact them in Russia or here? Let me go back and read that. So, if you need to and this is, this is something that I don't know if you guys remember Cottonfly, but this is a conversation her and I got into. It was one of our first arguments where I argued with her about how they have no freedom of speech. Okay, and how there's a friend of mine he was missing at the time. I didn't know where he was. That's over there right now, and he probably can't call me on the phone because he's not allowed to. Or I'm like, because she was complaining about the guy that she likes who's from Russia, and like, and about his family and about how they are and about how things are, and I'm like, well, they're that way because they don't know any other way. And we have to help them understand that they can have another way. They don't have to, they should be able to say what they want to say and have freedom of speech. She's like, but that's the way that they are. They don't believe in the way that we believe in things and blah, blah, blah. I said, yes, there are people over there that are fighting for that kind of freedom. Okay, every day I told her somebody goes to prison for something they didn't do because it's so like fucking North Korea over there too. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Russia to be helping North Korea. I mean, they're right next to each other. And North Korea to be helping Russia. And maybe even China. It's a gangland out there, in my opinion. Them there, the hills have eyes. So if you need to contact someone who's detained in Russia, the best source of action is to reach out to the U.S. Embassy of Consulate in Russia. In Russia. I'm there now. Okay. They can assist by providing a list of local attorneys who speak English, contacting family, friends, or employees of the detained U.S. citizen with their written permission, and visiting the detained U.S. That's good. We are okay. You should ask the prison authorities to notify the U.S. Embassy of Consulate about the arrest. If you know a U.S. citizen who's arrested, you may also wish to inform the closest U.S. Embassy. That's how my father's home country is kind of okay. So, do I use my do I use my home address, my phone number? Do I use my stage name or my legal name? Like, I don't even know where to start with this, but yeah. I have to do my roots or I'm going to go past the deadline. Okay, marking 5 years since Paul Whelan's wrongful detention. So, buying that house in the woods in the middle of nowhere is looking better and better. With a stockpile of guns. legal guns. All right, so I'm looking up who I can contact now. I really appreciate it. Tiffany and Veronica. I'm at the official website now. So consulates overseas can be found on the official website, yeah. I'm actually going to have to actually contact the consulate of Cyprus as well because I need to get our passports taken care of for travel to Europe. To see some family. If I can get a fucking job that will pay me what I'm worth. I'm gonna start looking for a new job this week. I'm still gonna be doing the YouTube and working on the Etsy though. I'm not gonna give up on that stuff, but I need something else while I'm trying to make some power moves so I can get more sleep. I'm gonna manifest it all. Spirit, do you have anything you want to tell us today? Okay, Embassy and Consultants. U.S. Consulate General in Vladivostok. U.S. Consulate General in Yekaterinburg. Closest U.S. Embassy to Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, learn more about arrest overseas. Okay, you can provide a list of local attorneys who speak English, contact family, friends, or employees. Visit the detained U.S. citizen regularly and provide reading materials and vitamin supplements where appropriate. Ensure the prison officials are providing appropriate medical care. Provide a general overview of local criminal justice process. Upon request, ensure the prison officials permit visits with a member of the clergy of the religion of the detainee's choice. Establish an OCS trust, if necessary, so friends and family can transfer funds to imprisoned U.S. citizens. We cannot get U.S. citizens out of jail. State to a court that anyone is guilty or innocent. Provide legal advice or represent U.S. citizens in court. Serve as official interpreters or translators. Pay legal, medical, or other fees. Here, I know the taxes is important. I'll take care of it. So the webpage of the Office of the Special Presidential Envoy for Hostage Affairs. We'll have to see what that is. So I wonder how is it that they can provide to ensure that the prison officials are providing appropriate medical care? How could they just tell us that? I just don't believe it after the shit I've heard about where he could be. I just don't know. I just don't know. So first steps confirming the detention and access to your loved ones. So we've confirmed it. I mean, I know that it's real. I've seen it everywhere. So it says here, if a loved one has been arrested or detained abroad, please contact the Overseas Citizen Services Office. When the Secretary determines an individual has been wrongfully detained, various offices throughout the State Department and other U.S. government agencies will work collaboratively with colleagues inside and outside the government to develop a strategy to secure their release. But I don't see anybody talking enough about that, so I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to change that. See, the thing is, with his case, it's like as soon as the detention is determined to be wrongful, SPEHA will arrange a conference call with your family. During this call, we will provide available information about the situation and try to answer any immediate questions. We may ask for details about your loved one's health history, travel plans, relationships, and other information. But the thing is this, everything I've read today, everything that I've learned, just from trying to pick up on the news and stuff from going back about a year ago, is just showing that there was never any idea, there was never any, it was just kept at, he's still in detention. There hasn't been anything that's come to a head of a decision of whether or not they've determined him to be wrongful or not. It's just that he's in suspension in some kind of detention. Oh, what's that toll-free number? Do you have it? I'll put it here to call. See, they've never determined if the detention, they never determined what the outcome was. It was just like determined his detention is extended and not known when it's going to be determined about what the next step is to take. And he could spend 12 years in prison. Yeah, it's so weird how it's describing exactly what I'm going through. You may have feelings of shock, anxiety, dread, and helplessness when you discuss your loved one's wrongful detention abroad. Yeah. You may feel overwhelmed by many things to do, people to interact with, information to absorb. This is normal reaction to an abnormal situation, okay? So this is normal. It don't feel normal. It's just the situation that's not normal. It's abnormal. Let me see. I don't even know what Travis's mom's name is. Let's see if I can find out. This is sad. I look up my friend's name and all I can see is Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, God help me. Okay, here's her name. Glinda Garcia, mother of Michael Travis Leak, an English teacher and musician, ex-paratrooper. Arrested in Russia in June, sits down with 23 ABC's Corey O'Leary to discuss her son's coming. So her name is Glinda, like Glinda the Good Witch from Wizard of Oz. It's so cute. Texas, my friend. How are you, dear? Just saying hi. Come back and hang out. We're having a glass of wine and trying to figure out how to send a letter to Russia with love. Oh my god, he looks just like his mom. Okay, let me go find her address and her phone number. Gosh, I don't even know where she would live. I guess the best place is to start Los Angeles, since that's where he's from. So he was moved to a pre-trial. Okay, so Bakersfield native arrested in Russia moved to pre-trial facility. So that was before, that was after, I guess. Yeah, and the pre-trial, they haven't even done the trial yet. It's just in limbo. So. Okay, we'll go 9-9. Founder. This was in Woodland. I guess I'll call her tomorrow. Okay. Ooh, we're knocked down the spirit box. What's going on? You're poison. You don't need to be poison. And then you want to go my back. Puppy cat, you're the most awesome puppy cat. We'll go 9-9? Okay, we're gonna go 9-9. I've been here for about 75 minutes, 70 minutes. I'm gonna ask Spirit the regular questions. The Russian Federation and additional contact numbers for information service. I think I know who I need to contact now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks for anybody who maybe watches this and can help in any way. Leave information in the comments if you've watched this and can help. Or have any ideas on how I can help my friend Travis Leak, who is a political prisoner of war in Russia now. It has been for a year. Wow. Unfucking believable to me. Unfucking believable. Alright, good night, guys. Love and light bright. See you tomorrow after I take a nap. I'll be back soon. Oh, I should probably turn all this stuff off. Real quick, Spirit, do you have anything you want to say to me? Are you happy? Is it time just to go to bed and slumber now? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty quiet there. Alright, good night, my friends. Love and light bright. See you tomorrow.